Hey, it's Keith Gosnell from Amped Publishing, and today I'm going to review the second iteration of a software program called Script Engage. So, as I said, this is version 2.0, and they've streamlined their entire UI and basically the way that the software flows, as well as adding a bunch of brand new pre-generated scripts for you to use. Okay, so basically, what this software does, it kind of removes the guesswork out of creating copy. Now, if you've ever tried to sit down and actually write copy for a sales page, OTO pages, even email swipes, webinars, name it, VSLs. I mean, just name it. It's not an easy task to do, right? And it's pretty expensive to have done. And by expensive, I mean, you're probably talking somewhere in a couple $1,000s to have somebody write out your sales page copy, along with maybe a couple of OTO scripts as well. Okay, so it's not cheap, and it's not easy to do, and it really is kind of a skill. Now, the person who developed this, the vendor, is Justin Burns, and he actually used to, that's what he used to do, actually, was generate copy for clients. Okay, so he's done that for a lot of years. All the scripts that are used in Script Engage are professionally written, and like I said, just pretty much all revamped, and added a bunch more new templates as well into the software. Go ahead and just jump right in, and I'll kind of show you around here. Now, what Script Engage uses is what's called an avatar. Okay, and you can have multiple avatars. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to go into my avatar here that I've just a test avatar. Some of the information is just pretty much made up. I just threw in a bunch of text in there just to kind of get through it to show you. Now, it takes about a good 10-15 minutes to kind of go through and set up an avatar. And the way you should think about an avatar is it's basically your target audience. Okay, so you really want to have your product in mind, and as well as who are you trying to market this to. Okay, so let's just take a step through some of these. I won't, like I said, I filled out some kind of dummy information here, so rather than have you sit there and watch me fill out all these forms. Okay, so there's basically a 6-step verification that they have here. Okay, so the first couple things they're going to do is get some basic information about your target audience, right? So it's going to ask, the age, what kind of gender you're going towards, education level, relationship status, and obviously the type of industry, okay, that you're going after. All right, so the next step, what you have is the Usp Framework. Okay, so you're going to get asked a bunch of different questions, and I'll skip through a few of these, but it's kind of the epiphany moment of how you came up with your idea. Okay, so we want to write that out. The number one thing you're going to show them how to do, is to get more clients using the strategy without being overwhelmed. Okay, they're going to give them a specific end result. Why it's important for them to to have this end result. Let's see, a couple other things. There's going to be some benefit questions. What are the benefits of these? What they really want. And for instance, on here, it's increased my bottom line by 20%. I get to spend more time with my loved ones. Allows me to, spend more time with my children, and so on. So we're going to also talk about what you're going to show them, what you're showing them how to do, which in this case here, like for example, it's just how to grow your business in 30 days or less. All right, so you're going to go through a bunch of different questions that we're going to use in the script, depending on which type of script you're looking for, and we're going to go ahead and we'll look at all those scripts as well. But on step 3 here, you're going to talk about pain points and focus. Okay, so you're going to kind of talk to them about what really, I guess, what problem your service or your software is going to solve for them. Okay. Then next, you're going to start talking about your actual offer. Okay, you're talking about money, what you're going to get, any kind of bonuses you're going to offer. It tells you a little bit about yourself as well. How many people have you helped, and so forth, giving yourself a bit of credibility. All right. Now, your next step here is basically is a short one. It's just call to action. Okay, so what action do you want them to take? Now, depending on what you want, it could be a squeeze page, could be a sales page, could be a webinar, and all that is different. Okay, so all those scripts are going to be laid out a little bit differently. Okay, but for the most part, you can use this same information and just apply it to a different template, right? So the last step here is just basically your wrap, which is pretty much your personal information, your website, name of your company, your social media links, and so forth. As you see, I just have tests in a lot of these, so we'll just go ahead and update this. Okay, so now once you have an actual avatar, what you can do, and again, like I said, you could save as many of these avatars as you'd like. But what we're going to do is we're going to go to this generate script area. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is choose your niche. Now, this is a little bit confusing. It's not really what this is each section it really dictates what type of script you're going to want, okay, or what type of script the software thinks that you need. So for instance, if I go ahead and click into internet marketing, you're going to see I have, 12 different types of scripts that I can choose from. However, if I go into, let's just say sales, you're going to see phone scripts and high ticket scripts. Those are the two types of scripts that it suggests if you're just going, into that kind of just a general sales type of niche. Now, the same goes for local businesses, speakers, coaching, affiliate marketers. There's emails, story type emails, software, even social media. It'll get into all of that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to go into internet marketing because I want to show you a few of these different scripts that we have. Now, within each of these categories are even more categories that you can choose from, right? So if I go into funnel scripts, I'm going to see a squeeze page template, a video template, a long form sales letter, a short form sales letter, a free book giveaway, small ticket items, thank you script, opt-in video script, and so on. Now, if I go back to, let's see what else we have. We have webinar scripts. So you're going to get the webinar squeeze page. Actually, let's go ahead and just take a look through some of these. So here's your webinar squeeze page that when you're trying to get that initial sign up, and this is all going to be based around your actual avatar, okay? So it's pulling all this information and then wrapping it into the professionally written part of it, right? Because they're just taking little snippets and putting it into a grand script, basically. Now, with these, you're not stuck to these. That's why they put this in a nice editor. Is you can do whatever you want to do with it, right? So you can add to it, you can remove things, and what they have are sections. Now, these sections are actually based upon your avatar as well. So if I were to go into, let's just say, a problem framework, you can add any of these sections, and it's basically because I think I put in there real estate developers. You can actually put in there, any of these sections just by simply clicking on them, and it'll insert it right in there for you. Okay. So that's basically, it just gives you a nice, easy way to add sections or subtract sections that you may or may not want. Okay. Now, going on over to here, let's go ahead and take a look more at actually the webinar script because there's an actual email sequence. Okay, so in this case, it's going to give you. As it loads here. Okay, it's going to give you the invite emails. It's going to give you a couple different ones there, different subject lines. It's going to go ahead and give you the email too. So there's the encore, there's the 60-minute window before, there's the 30-minute window before, there's the next day. I mean, he gives you basically, look at that. I mean, that's a lot of writing. Writing an email sequence, especially for a webinar, is time consuming. It's a little daunting. So this is going to definitely help you get there a lot faster. Okay. Now, taking a look at, let's go ahead and look at, let's go back one here. Let's go to the funnel script and let's just take a look at the short form sales letter here. So it's going to go ahead and generate that. And again, it's going to be pulling from a lot of that information that you entered in on your avatar, okay? So there's my name, and then, of course, it's all wrapped around the professionally written script, basically the template part of it, okay? It's pulling my bullet points that I've put in there, what they're going to achieve from it, my little story, the testimonials area, your guarantee, and so forth, okay? So you basically have copy written right here that you can hand over to your designer or whoever it is that's going to be putting together your actual page for you. Okay, now you can export these scripts as well in PDF. Now the PowerPoint is actually an upsell. That's one of the upsells in the funnel, which I'll talk about here at the end. You're looking at the basically the elite version of this software that I was allowed to use for this demonstration. But you can basically export these in a few different ways. Okay, so the PowerPoint I really like, and I would suggest getting that upsell because it's perfect for video. If you're recording or pre-recording a video or a webinar, it works perfect for that. As far as just having that script kind of laid out there, and you can record it. You can just screen capture the actual PowerPoint while you're talking on your webinar. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look around at a couple more of these scripts. I mean, it's a very simple, simple piece of software to use. Now, you can save these out as templates as well. If you did make some tweaks and you just like to, you made a few changes to it and you want to something you think you're going to reuse, you can save all those and just keep coming back to them so you don't have to kind of reinvent the wheel each time. You can even apply different avatars to the exact same template, and it'll switch that up for you as well. So let's see. Let's go ahead and take a look, like I said, here at a few more of these. Let's see. So we have email scripts. So we have flash sale, cold prospecting, engagement, a re-engagement email series. Let's see, what else do we have? There's just a ton of stuff as I was clicking around in here, getting used to the software. It's just so many different things that I found. Oh, I do remember the advertising scripts. They actually even have press releases. Now, I've dealt with a few press release pieces of software in the past, and there is really a particular kind of a layout or a template on what press release websites want. So if you're going to release a press release, again, you got to pay somebody kind of specifically that knows how to put together a press release, because it's different than a web page or a sales page, or a webinar or anything like that. It really needs to be laid out in the right way. There's some things that they're going to expect to be there. So you have that press release body written right here for you to just go ahead and copy and paste and submit to whatever press release sites that you're using. So let's go ahead. Let's see what else we have in here. Click around a little bit. So some more email scripts. Customer welcome. Okay, so they even have welcome scripts after they've purchased your particular product or service. Let's see what else we've got. Let's go into affiliate marketing maybe. Okay, so here's some niche scripts that you can go into. So you have the finding an affiliate squeeze page, the cold affiliate email, affiliate marketing, another template, and there's 3 templates there. So they're going to give you different ways if you're into affiliate marketing to help to write those. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that he even has some actual subject line creators in this as well, and I think that was under headline scripts. So you'll see here some email subject, and again, this is all based on your avatar. So the suggestion is just to create as many avatars as really you need for whatever type of product that you're going to promote, and it's going to go ahead and create these types of email subjects for you and actual emails, right? So you'll see it takes a lot. It takes a lot of the guesswork out. A lot of it takes a really long time to really sit down and kind of write out something, regardless if it's sales copy or anything that's just as easy as or as short as emails. Okay, so. Basically, this is going, this is going to launch on, it opens up Wednesday, January 25th, I believe. And if I'm not mistaken, it is 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, the front end offer is kind of what you saw here. Now, I'm just going to skip ahead to the other ones. It's $37 one time for, I believe it's going to be for the first day. And then after that, it's going to go to $47. And it will increase over the 5 to 7 day launch window that they have. And then finally, it'll go to the regular monthly price after that. Now, there is a one-time offer, which is called the Script Engage Pro Club. And it's a monthly membership, and it's going to include any future upgrades, as well as you're going to get 15 additional sales scripts to use inside Engage Builder every month. Okay, so you're going to get even more variety and more access to more templates. Now, getting back to the front end, though, the front end is just a one-time cost. By the way, it's not recurring or not monthly cost. The second upsell they're going to have is a copywriting masterclass. Okay, so what they're going to do is they put together a 6-week masterclass. It's going to show you basically how you can use Script Engage, basically to, number one, improve your knowledge of copywriting and to sell this sales copy. Right, you can sell these things for, like I said, it costs thousands of dollars to have some of this copy written. So you can there's a class that they're going to put on that you can enroll in for that. And the final upsell is basically the advanced upgrade. And it's going to allow you to export any of these scripts into PowerPoint presentations. So that makes it really easy for video recording. And you're also going to get this webinar VSL generator. Okay. So now with the webinar, there is a whole new set of questions, because it's really kind of set up a little bit differently, right? So it's going to basically create an entire webinar sequence, a webinar for you. And if you have this upgrade, you can now push this out as a PowerPoint, put that right on video, and you're pretty much good to go. All right. Now, it also has a VSL Creator that's in there, so that's for a video. For a video sales letter, you can certainly go through the steps here as well. It's a little bit shorter than the other one, than the actual webinar. So that is, I believe it is a $47 cost. All right. So that's basically Script Engage. I'm going to go ahead and drop a link to the sales page down below in the description. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're on my bonus page, you go ahead and click any of the buttons. It'll get you on over to the sales page, and you'll be able to claim all of my bonuses as well, as long as you purchase from those links. So thanks so much for joining me, and go ahead and pick up your copy of Script Engage 2.0.